1 2 1 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? What's happening? You already know what time it is. It's MoSports TV, July 13th, 2023. Them things. You already know it's your boy Cmo Sports, and I'm here with Matt Cmo.
Yes, sir.
And we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of ground to cover. We've been absent for the past couple of weeks, but you know it's the off season right now. We've been waiting to get some more information enough to make an episode. So here we are. We got enough information to talk our shit and do our goddamn thing.
Yes,
Word
sir.
is mine.
Yo, it's kind of crazy though. I sat down, I adjusted these headphones. Bro, Ed's head is 4 notches bigger than mine on both sides. That shit was crazy.
This is a sick Negro.
That was wild. These headphones were set on track.
Yo, Ed's head is like
Crazy, bro.
if you just put like 100 milk duds together and just glued them shits together and melted them in the summer heat and then put it back in the fridge.
Like left them in your car.
Lift them in your car, put them all back together, and then put them in your fridge for about 2 hours. That's what his head looks like.
It's crazy. That was wild. But we got some sports to dive into on the side. Lots to talk about. I mean, we got our Knicks are showing out. You know, I had to represent because Mikal Bridges.
New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks.
Welcome to MSG, brother. Mikal Bridges acquired by the Knicks in exchange for 6 picks, Bojan Bogdanovic and Shake Milton. How do we feel?
I am ecstatic. I'm going to tell you why. Obviously, Mikal Bridges fits the Knicks blueprint perfectly. We've been looking for a player of his type and stature for a while. Since we got the Nova boys together in the first place, we've been looking for a 2 or a 3 to come in and really just dominate both sides of the ball. And Mikal Bridges is perfect on a championship caliber team to do such. Obviously, look at his role in Phoenix when they went to the finals. That is the role Mikal Bridges is going to be playing with the Knicks.
Right.
He's not going to be the first or the second option. Honestly, he's not going to be. He's going to be a spot-up shooter. He's going to, he's going to make moves off the dribble, obviously. He's going to get his touches on offense. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But he's going to be that defensive guy on the perimeter along with OG.
OG and McCall, bro. That's crazy.
OG McCall in itself is crazy work. He just fits the Knicks chemistry.
He fits the mold.
He fits everything. He plays great defense. He can shoot the 3 at a very high rate.
He has never missed a game in his professional basketball career.
And that's the biggest thing that the Knicks needed was somebody that could be reliable, especially come playoff time. And Mikal can do that for us as well. Obviously, they said that we gave up too many picks, yada, yada, yada. We had too many picks. We had 11. Over the next 4 years, we had 11 first-rounders. We gave up 6 of them. Now we have 5. Big fucking deal.
Yeah, nah, it's really nothing to sweat because when you look at this Knicks team, how it's constructed, top to bottom, everybody plays with a purpose. Everybody has an identity on that team, and you know exactly what you're going to get when you go against these New York Knicks. You're going to get hard-nosed defense. You're getting picked up full floor by either OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges if you're the other team's best player. And when they're out, you're going to have to deal with the likes of Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson protecting the rim. Like, it really is. Julius Randle is back. His physicality in the paint was missed. It's crazy.
I know teams that are just shaking in their fucking boots, having to play the Knicks. Like, I know when they see the Knicks on their schedule, they're like, fuck, you got to play the fucking Knicks.
Right.
They're going to fucking beat us with metal fucking bats all game.
Yeah.
Because guess what? After Mikal Bridges and OG put your 2 best players in fucking prison, the bench is going to come in, and it's going to be fucking Deuce McBride, Dante, Josh Hart,
Yeah,
Whoever we pick up at
the center position
center
isn't
position,
even really relevant because
it don't even
I'd run
matter.
back Precious Achua, honestly.
I would run him back too.
That's the hope right now because I wanted Bataze, or honestly, I'm interested in a Walker Kessler or Sengun trade. You know, those are two appealing candidates to me. Jalen Duren, a name is getting thrown around as well.
Those names, honestly, I don't think are going to happen or aren't going to pan out because Walker Kessler, one, is on the Jazz, and you know who the Jazz's GM is. We already offered them two first rounders, and he still said no, so that's out the window, right?
Yeah.
Jalen Duren, will Detroit let us fleece them again?
Again would be crazy.
Again, man, I just can't see him letting us do that for a third time in 3 years.
And that leaves one. I'm good with Alperen Sengun.
I can't see the Rockets trading Sengun. He's just too much of a promising prospect. You already heard Big Baby on the last episode. He's the most underrated big in the league.
Yeah, and I think the Rockets kind of know that. They know
that
young squad.
They know that.
They're gonna have a great year.
I think so too. I think the Rockets gonna be great.
What, Reed Shepard in Summer League?
Yeah, we go. Hold on, Matt. Man. Hold on. That was later in the notes, bro. We ain't gonna talk about the Summer League yet. But Reed Shepard, whew.
It's been really exciting, the NBA Summer League. If you want to move on from the Knicks, I mean, maybe what's your expectation of the Knicks next season?
Well, here's the thing. We got to talk about one more thing with the Knicks, and that's the Jalen Brunson extension as well.
All right.
Shout out to my GOAT taking $113 million less than he would have had if he would have signed the extension a year from now.
$38 million on the hard cap. That's huge.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it for a player at a caliber of Jalen Brunson's, right? These are things that the best of the best players did in their careers. This is what GOATs do. This is what Tom Brady did. This is what Derek Jeter did. This is what LeBron did.
And this is what Mahomes did too. Woj said that. I read in the article him saying those exact words. I got goosebumps, man. It was special stuff when you're getting a guy like Jalen Brunson buying into that. And not only is Brunson, but then McCall. It's also, expected that he's going to take a pay cut as well. They're building a culture over here in New York, and they're taking pay cuts and bringing in more people. Like, I'm kind of sad that Hartenstein didn't wait until this happened, because I feel like that just freed us enough space to give him the money that he wants. I don't think so, but whatever. It's crazy for him to be making more than Brunson and Randall, though, and McCall. Like, that's just so crazy to me. I love the guy, and he was an absolute asset to the Knicks last season, but that's a lot of money. But as far as expectations go, title run. Need it. Title run. Need it. We got to at least make the ECF. If we don't make ECF this year, it's a major disappointment in my eyes. Definitely. Major disappointment. Definitely. ECF or better. If we lose to Boston in 6 or 7, okay, let's figure out how we can beat them in the offseason, right? Let's bring in another big name. Let's do something. Let's make another splash. But I think this team as constructed can win an NBA championship as is right now. I mean, he's holding us to these words. You can. It's at this point, like, everyone always wanted to know when the Knicks timeline was going to be. This is the time where I'm like, okay. The time is now. You know, when we played the Hawks in 2020, that was like the baptism of the young Knicks, right? And then all of a sudden they've grown and morphed into this team that we see now that actually has championship finals aspirations. Look on the bookies, they're top 4 or 5 in most of them. My words are, if the Knicks do not make the ECF next year, I'm highly disappointed. That is my expectation. I'll be very sad. Now, but also we can win the NBA championship next year. Definitely. I think it's absolutely a positive. Absolutely something that can happen. Yeah. Period. I don't care. You can hold me to those words all you want, barring injury, of course. But I still think we're deep enough, even if we lose Randall again. We can fucking do something big. Right. Because you put McCall on this squad this past, I think we definitely get past Indiana. I'm not even sweating that. If anybody, we get past Indiana if any of the guys fucking. Right. If anybody's healthy. If anybody's healthy in the fucking series, honestly. But, all right, let's move on. Miles Bridges signs an extension with the Hornets. I really thought he was going to go to Detroit. I thought they were just going to throw him a bag, but it's not really a needle mover for me. The only thing that Miles Bridges, really brings up outside of his extensions is the conversation surrounding his off-the-court issues.
Well, that's why I put
it
it in the notes.
Yeah, that's really it. That's all people bring up is that, a guy like that could still get paid. And it's like,
are we hating on Miles Bridges, or are we like, all right? Like, honestly, I like the Hornets when Miles Bridges plays.
They're entertaining.
I'm looking forward to what the Hornets do. Like, they have Brandon Miller.
Right.
He's a very talented young player. LaMelo Ball is LaMelo Ball.
Right.
Miles Bridges is tough. They just need, like, I don't know. They need one more dog to really start becoming relevant. I don't know. Or they just need to grow. They need to grow up.
They need years.
Honestly, they need to grow up.
Right.
Because those three as is.
They're so immature, that team. You saw when Ben Baller was walking through with this briefcase full of pendants and chains and just selling them to all these guys, just ripping them up. He's taxing these guys. They're young. They're straight out of college, and they got money.
And LaMelo's driving around Charlotte like it's the fucking Indiana.
Like Saints Row, bro.
Like it's fucking
Crazy.
Daytona.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like, it's fucking insane. You need to calm the fuck down, and, like, you guys need to grow the fuck up if you think you're going to win any games, period, Charlotte. So, that. What's next?
Up next, the moment we've all been waiting for. Bronny James.
Bronny James Summer League has been...
It's been as expected. If you watched Bronny James, right? Like, you knew going into this, he wasn't an NBA level talent like that. Yeah. He wasn't going to come in and just be giving you 15 points, 6 assists. No, it was never going to happen. Never.
Yeah. Look, I know the people that held out some sort of hope. I understand, like, Bron's your GOAT, yada, yada. But, like, just being a realistic basketball guy's standpoint, non-biased. I don't have no bias against Bronny James. I really don't. Like I said before, this is what I always say about Bronny James. First of all, his freshman year in college, before, he had a heart attack. Right. All right? He had a fucking heart attack. He played not that many minutes a game. He averaged 5 points for USC. He is still a baby.
Yeah.
He's still a baby. And look, I'm not mad at the nepotism that went down with the Lakers taking him 55th overall, but at the end of the day, that's exactly why he got drafted. Let's not fucking pretend that Bronny James Jr.'s skill level is the reason why he got drafted.
Right.
Let's not pretend that. We know it's because of his father that he got drafted, but I'm not mad at it because there's a lot of nepotism in the NBA. There's a lot of nepotism
in the world, bro.
In the world, but even in the USA team under 17, under 18,
right? USA
team, about half the squad is juniors.
Right.
Gilbert Arenas Jr., Carlos Boozer's sons, Cayenne Anthony,
Jameer Nelson's son.
There's
a few different.
There's Trevor Ariza's son is on that team. Right. So many juniors. There's a lot of nepotism that goes on, but at the end of the day, they're coming from the best of the best sperm. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
their DNA is in them.
I don't think the Lakers ever expected Bronny to come out and give them anything productive in year one. Like, it wasn't their expectation. So I don't know where these people find that just because his last name is James, that he has to have these crazy statistics to his name when he's straight out of college. Probably should still be there.
He should still be in college. And I posted it right before he got drafted too. I was like, I hope he doesn't get drafted so he can go develop his games elsewhere. Like, he's not going to be able to develop his game like that.
Yeah.
In the NBA.
No, in the G League, but they're going to keep him up.
They're not going to put him in the G League. That's the problem, Matt. They're not going to put him in the G League.
Oh, yeah.
If they put him in the G League, you know that's a storyline that's just going to fucking tarnish LeBron's reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's in the G League. He should have went undrafted so he could play overseas.
Yeah.
He should have played overseas for a year or two. Maybe 2 years he should have played overseas. And then he could have got drafted maybe first round after the game developed.
Definitely.
Maybe in the first round. But now it's looking silly. It looks very silly.
They are going to put him in the G League? I don't know. There's FanDuel and DraftKings props that are like Bronny James to score 15 points in an NBA game this season.
It's like plus 1,000.
Yeah, if you're voting that, I need you to call the hotline ASAP.
Honestly, Matt, it could happen though. It could happen.
He gets hot from 3 one. Bro,
If
he
he
shot
just-
0 of like 10.
He
so
shot 3
far.
for 14 last night, I think.
Total.
No, just last night alone. He shot
that was
3
it.
for 14.
Right. And he was 0
Just
of
last
8
night.
from deep.
Yeah, bad.
He hasn't hit a 3 yet.
It's bad. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, he's not used to the 3-point line in the NBA. He's not used to
The ball is different. Everything is different. Everything is different.
Everything's different, dude.
And like you could have LeBron and the best coaches in the world, but it's not going to replicate the pace of what
and the pace is a lot faster.
NBA game is like.
It's easier to score, but it's a lot harder to defend. And that was Bronny James. That's his best trait
his defense.
Is his defense, right? So, I mean, and he's been getting bullied out there. Like you say, he's been getting put on skates, got put on his ass a couple times. I mean, I hope the best for him. But, like, at the end of the day, I just feel like this was a silly move. He should have developed more.
Right.
I feel like it was an ego thing from LeBron.
Definitely.
And it was a money move from the Lakers.
What ththey get? They're giving him $9 million.
It's a money move. Yes,
Crazy.
$9 million, but he's gonna put people in the seats when he is up. If he doesn't go, he's gonna be on a 2-way, if anything.
Right.
And when he comes up, they're gonna pay for him to be there. They're gonna pay for his jersey sales as well. They're, like this is a money
scheme.
This is a money scheme by the Lakers, and this is ego.
Typical genie bus activity.
This is terrible owner, by the way. She's still absolutely bad, by the way, too. She still looks good. She's like in her
respect to her
late 50s.
Yeah, you saw how LeBron was treating her on the sidelines last year.
She looks good, man. She looks good for her age, but she should not be running the show. Sorry, she shouldn't. Speaking of summer league, let's talk about the summer league standouts. Like you were saying, Reed Shepard he was looking nasty, looking really good. Jared McCain's sassy ass has been looking good, bro. The Sixers, they gotta latch on to somebody, right? That he's apparently Maxey 2.0. I think he's good. I actually think he's an actual real good player. He's probably one of the best players in the draft. Honestly, I do think that. But I'm gonna get these jokes off no matter what. And guess what? He's not going to be able to do anything on Mike Allen. Oh, the Sixers don't move the needle, even with Paul George. That doesn't matter to me. The Sixers with Paul George still don't. You could hold me to these words too. The Sixers with Paul George is going to be another failed experiment because you're replicating a even worse blueprint that the LA Clippers tried to, pull off in pairing Paul George, an injury prone, now north of 35, will be 38 at the end of this contract. It's nasty. It really is nasty. You're pairing him alongside Joel Embiid. Do we have to mention his injuries? Like, that doesn't even need to be said. Nobody's going to be healthy come, playoff time. One of them is going to be hurt, and I think that's a damn near guarantee. One of them's going to miss at least 35 games during the middle of the season, and it's just not. It's going to be all on Tyrese Maxey to hold this team above water. The Sixers, you pretty much hit it on the nail about everything. First of all, Paul George is old as hell. All right. And you gave him what, $212 million over 3 years from the age 35 to 38 years old. That's crazy. That's crazy. You replaced Tobias. All right. Is he a better player than Tobias Harris? Yes. Is he an upgrade? Yes. Are the Sixers a better team when healthy now than they were last year? Yes. But will they be healthy? I don't think so. Will Paul George be healthy? I don't think so. Will Embiid be healthy? I don't think so. Will Maxey be healthy? Yes. Will McCain be healthy? Yes. But that's not enough. Look at this reach to find any way to drag the Knicks down in this. Like the Knicks, who are, take away last season, and the Knicks have had a track record of health. So, Randall's injury was not something like you look. These are not tissue injuries the way that Paul George or Joel Embiid are suffering. Meniscus injuries, things to their, knees that Julius Randle dislocated his shoulder on a freak injury. Mitchell Robinson got hurt because of Joel Embiid. I don't really know what you want to do about that. Said, are the Knicks fans in position to clown anyone about injuries? The Sixers, yes, we do. We can clown the Sixers about their injuries because it happens every single year. Yeah. There's no year where they were 100% healthy. The 1 year they were 100% healthy, they got knocked out by the Raptors, and they had Jimmy Butler. All right. Jimmy Butler 4 years ago is not. I mean, Paul George does not make that kind of impact that Jimmy Butler makes 4 or 5 years ago.
No, not nearly.
That they're not the same player. Paul George is a great player, and I respect Paul George. I've always loved Paul George's game.
Stick to the podcast.
But he's always hurt, man. The injuries is bad. It happens every year. Embiid, he cannot handle playoff intensity basketball without getting injured or without trying to hurt somebody else, falling all over the floor. So, I mean, we'll see what the Sixers do. But I predict a second round knockout like they always get. I mean, they got knocked out in the first round this year. But
if the
next
Knicks
year,
meet them healthy, like if this is a healthy matchup, I think they might get one game if they're lucky. It's to that. It's to that.
I think the Sixers get 2 off again on us if we meet them again.
One game is a Maxey game, and the other game
is going to be a Embiid or Paul George game. It's not going 7 though. It'll go 6. I'll say that. The Knicks we're primed. We're ready to fucking rock, bro. Don't get it fucked up. We're better than the Mavs. I don't give a fuck if y'all made the fucking finals this year. We're better than y'all. We're better than y'all. And we're going to cook y'all niggas. Promise you that. But anyway.
He thinks Klay Thompson is going to move the needle there.
The big needle mover over there.
All right, USA basketball. What do you think so far of what you've seen from the Avengers?
I think they're going to win the whole thing, obviously. It's the U.S. You know how USA ball is, and they're motivated to win. So I think they have a great team. Obviously, there were some snubs that I truly didn't like. I mean, obviously, Jalen Brunson got left off the team.
I'm okay with it.
I'm happy with it, but I don't like it from a accolade standpoint for Jalen Brunson's sake.
Right.
He can't say he's a gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs that on his resume when it comes down to the end of his career. He needs that. He'll get in. Honestly, he'll be on the next Olympic team, I bet. But Jaylen Brown getting left out as well, that's kind of suspect. Kyrie getting left off, very kind of suspect as well.
I don't know if Kyrie wanted to play, though. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he just wasn't interested.
I've seen a lot of people talk about Jalen and Kyrie getting left off because of their political beliefs.
Right.
And they were scared that they were going to, during the media, during the Olympics, say things that would be controversial. And the whole world is watching these press conferences. It's not just the United States now. It's the whole world watching it.
Right.
You know, so I can see that. Jalen Brunson got left off because he's not buddy-buddy with Bron. And he's not buddy-buddy with anybody except for people on the Knicks. And that's what a GOAT does, by the way. A true GOAT.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's hating from outside the club when it comes to the Nova guys a little bit.
Yeah, but as far as the Team USA select team, I have been very, very impressed with Cooper Flagg. He's been turning up on them the whole practice sessions that they had.
Davis,
the scrimmage. Drew Holiday tried guarding him. It was difficult for him to guard him. AD to guard him. I can't find a flaw in Cooper Flagg's game, man.
Nah, he's got everything.
He's next, bro.
Yeah.
He's next up.
He reminds me of a lankier Luka in a sense.
And this is like when I get hype on a prospect, it's just know it's lit. That's one thing I'm good at is looking at prospects, people coming out of college or high school, and saying, okay, he's the one.
He's got talent.
He's the one. Obviously, I said it about Victor Wembanyama, right? People were saying, oh, he's just another Bobo. Oh, he's just, just trying to downplay. Like, why are we trying to hate on somebody that hasn't even gotten in the NBA yet? Why are we hating on Cooper Flagg already, saying he's not NBA ready? You know he's NBA ready. And if Cooper Flagg was from Europe, he would have been the number 1 pick this year.
Probably.
He would have been the number 1 pick this year. Facts.
This draft stunk, too.
This draft was ass. Jared McCain, he looks the best. Ben Shepherd. Risha Shea. I didn't even know who Risha Shea was. Matt, no funny shit.
Right.
And this might be a knock on me, but I did not know who Risha Shea was until 30 minutes before the draft started.
I mean, I see names on Tankathon.
30 minutes.
I follow that website and look at the lottery, but I couldn't pair a face to a name.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I've never seen less draft coverage in my life leading up to this NBA draft.
Yeah, it was bad.
I haven't seen Any.
And it's also because the Knicks don't have any relevance in this draft. So I wasn't as interested in it.
I really didn't care
for the first time in a long time. I didn't have to sweat the NBA draft. Like, that was enjoyable.
We still came away with some good guys though. But
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about the
second round
anymore.
picks.
Yeah, I like Kolek a lot. But anyway, Cooper Flagg would have went number 1.
Cooper Flagg is nice.
He would have went number 1. He is NBA ready. Don't get it fucked up. And he would be rookie of the year this year too, if he was from Europe. And if he wasn't from the country of France, from the country of Greece, or the country of Slovenia, or whatever the fuck country Luka or Jokic comes from, he would have been the team captain of that motherfucking country.
Right.
Don't get it fucked up. Any country in the world too, by the way.
I like that.
Not just in Europe. I'm talking about every country that's in that motherfucker.
I like how he's been able to get runs against NBA level, top NBA level.
I love it. I love when they do that with the USA team. They always bring young guys in to scrimmage against them, and then you can really see who's next up.
Right.
And how good they are compared to the NBA players.
Right.
I feel like out of the major sports, basketball has the best transition from high school to pro. Obviously, high school football to NFL football, it cannot be done. It cannot be done. Right. But you can do it in the NBA.
You can.
I can't tell you a player in NFL history that could have jumped straight from high school to the NFL.
No, and I feel like it's also because it's never been done. So
it's never been done, so I can't really say. It would probably be a quarterback that could fucking sling rock, but like,
or like Barry Sanders, something like that.
Maybe Bo Jackson. I was thinking Bo Jackson. If it was going to be anybody that could do it, it would probably been Bo Jackson. But yeah, man, I really like Cooper Flagg. I really fuck with him. And a good pre-bet to make right now is, and I'm a UNC fan, and I do not like saying this, but Duke to win the national title is at like plus 1,000 something right now. That's a good bet.
Yeah, they got a squad.
That's a good bet. I don't give a fuck. And I'm a UNC fan. That's how good I think Cooper Flagg is.
Yeah, no, he's going to dominate other college competition after playing these guys.
Smoke these boys. He's going to average like 20 a game, and that's crazy in college bro.
Yeah.
20 a game is crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're playing way less minutes.
Right. It's like 15, and you're, wow.
30-minute games.
Yeah.
The 30-minute games.
Yeah.
No, 40-minute games.
Yeah, 2 20-minute halves.
2 20-minute halves, 40-minute games. And he's only playing 25 of them. 30 of them, tops. I like him. That's all I got to say. What's next?
When talking about Team USA, obviously there's got to be somebody that handles the rock. Who do you think is the number one option on that team?
Well, here's the thing. Ant made was doing a press conference, and in the interview, he said, I'm the number one player. I'm the number one option on this team. Is that the truth, or is that for fake?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. You
think he's the number one option?
I think he's the number one option, not just because he's the most youthful. If you take youth plus talent, right, into account, you're taking the age of these guys, and you're also taking into account how talented they are. Anthony Edwards is probably at the top of that list. And I really don't know who would be second. Maybe Kawhi, but like age also an issue. I mean, you look around the board, LeBron, age, Kevin Durant's age, it's just everywhere. Even Steph Curry, he's getting older. So you take into account youth plus talent, and all of a sudden, like, Anthony Edwards is the number one option. He's a dominant player on both sides of the floor, and I feel like he's just a tone setter for Team USA. KD's probably the number one option.
I was thinking KD maybe.
But I also think
Joel Embiid.
He fouled out in 12 minutes.
I don't know if he's going to be able to play international ball the way he plays
ass.
Jason Tatum.
Not as much of an alpha as Anthony Edwards.
He's not an alpha, but he will be considered the number one option over Anthony Edwards if they're both on the floor, I think.
Ant's going to demand the ball. Tatum's a little more passive,
I mean, obviously with the mindset, but I'm just talking about on paper, Matt. I'm not talking about like when they're actually in the game, because Ant has that actual dog in him, and he's going to actually want to compete. So I can see Ant getting the most points per game because he's going to actually give a fuck about the games. These guys are thinking this is a nice little vacation where they're going to win a fucking gold medal and yada, yada, yada. Ant don't give a fuck.
Right.
Ant was shooting 45 minutes after everybody ended. After everybody went home, he was still playing. He's really got that Kobe mindset right now. And I fuck with that about Ant Edwards. How I feel about Ant Edwards. You know who is certainly not the number one option. It's going to be fucking
Bam Adebayo or
Tyrese Halliburton or Bam Adebayo.
Yo, Bam, I got to say, though, Bam Adebayo has AJ Wilson looking crazy.
Yeah.
She looks nuts. She's having a great little stretch in her games.
What are you trying to say, man?
Hey.
What are you trying to say right now?
All I'm saying is he might have the nickname Bam for a reason.
This is a sick Negro.
That's it.
Oh, my God. You're disgusting.
That's all. She's had a good stretch.
A good stretch.
Oh yeah, wait. All right. Moving on. Steph might be a good first option.
He could be. He could. Ant's gonna have to demand it, like you said, Matt. I like I said, I can see it happening though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the number one option on paper, but by the end of the competition,
he might
because he has the most dog in him out of all those guys right now, as is right now.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see what happens. What's next?
Next up is NCAA 25 is coming out.
NCAA 25 is coming out, I think July 13th, I want to say.
Today. That's today.
No, it's not today.
I think it's with this week.
This week.
Like Monday.
Let's check. Release date.
I don't know. The videos on it seems like it's all offense. That's the only like knock I've seen people talking about. And when it's pointed out to you, it seems like the tackling is really sus.
July 19th. So
okay.
Sunday.
So about
Sunday.
a week.
Yeah, next no, Friday.
Friday.
It's Saturday right now, guys. So Friday, 6 days from now. Look, I like the actual motion system that they're using. I like the actual gameplay. It looks very realistic. And to rebuttal your point, Matt, about all offense, what is NCAA football, right? All offense. Yeah. There's no defense played in college football. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
So I think it's very realistic looking. I can't wait to play and get an actual feel of it, but I think it's going to be way better than Madden. I think it's going to be way better than Madden.
I think so too.
Because EA I think they're putting all their chips in NCAA and not Madden.
Right. And I heard it's really like the depth of this game I'm hearing is really crazy. It's really customizable. Mm-hmm. If you get drafted to the Georgia Bulldogs, you have a breathalyzer in your car. So it's just there's a lot of different dimensions and elements going on to this new one.
Yeah, man, it's really tough. Like, say if you're recruiting at Alabama and you bring a 5-star on a visitation, he could get charged with rape after.
You never know.
You just never know.
This is it's crazy out here.
It's so realistic.
Listen, Penn State is looking at you. That's it. That's the joke. That's it. No, I'm excited though. It's cool that we have this. I always loved, like when I was a kid, I loved playing the mascot mode. That was always my favorite, and playing
you would play the fucking
bro. That shit was fire. I love playing just as the Fighting Irish and having all the little mascots run. That was sweet.
The only shitty part I heard about this NCAA, but I think they will put it in the next NCAA, is that you cannot export rosters to Madden. Or you can't export players to Madden either. Right. That's a problem. They need to fix that.
Yeah.
But as far as like Road to Glory goes, as far as online play goes, it looks really good. It does look really good.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for NCAA. You know what I'm not excited for? 2K.
No.
I'm not excited for 2K.
2K stinks.
They haven't put out a fucking single trailer yet.
They haven't
not a single
product in years, bro. Years.
They are money hungry, and they're scared because the developers haven't said a word in 3 months.
Ronnie 2K is in hiding.
Ronnie's in hiding. Mike Wang is in hiding. I think they're scared because I'm going to tell you why they're scared. College football 25.
Right.
The demographic that used to play 2K
is all moving.
It's about to be playing college 25.
Right.
This is going to fuck 2K up. Watch.
Yeah, I don't.
This is going to fuck 2K up. And I'm telling you, there's no exclusive license with 2K and the NBA, by the way. Don't be surprised if there's a developer that comes in and gets that NBA licensed as well.
Listen, live was a thing. It can happen again.
Live stinks too. I want somebody completely fresh to come in and give us a real NBA game. Because 2K did good for a very long time, but they got greedy.
Yeah.
They got fucking greedy.
Definitely.
The transactions are fucking ridiculous. They're ridiculous. And this is what happens when you get greedy. When you get greedy, your most loyal people, you're going to lose your top people. And that's with anything. Not just fucking video games and microtransactions. It's with anything. You become a fucking greedy bastard and you want to fucking fuck over people, you lose them. That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens. I'm telling you. What's next?
Up next, the Giants Hard Knocks.
No.
Oh, Davante Adams beef?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, man. The proof is in the pudding. The Jets are a way, way better destination than the Vegas Raiders. You saw the videos of Davante Adams raging on the sidelines after Jimmy Garoppolo
I just saw that yesterday.
Completely whiffs a couple passes. It's all bad over there. He knows that it's a dumpster fire, and he knows he made a mistake by forcing his way out of Green Bay and parting ways with Aaron Rodgers. And he wants his Poogie back. That's what it sounds like.
It's Poogie. Fuck. Stupid. Yeah, there's been rumors flying around in the trade rumor.
In the rumor mill?
In the rumor mill. That's what I was looking for. In the rumor mill that Davante wants to go to the Jets. He wants to get back with Aaron Rodgers, and honestly, that would be his best destination if he was on the Jets paired up with Garrett Wilson.
He wanted to play with
Breece Hall.
Right. I forgot about that. I mean, he wanted to play with Derek Carr, and then Carr stinks.
Carr stunk it up, and now
handsome
Aiden O'Connell. I mean, Jimmy stunk. Now Aiden O'Connell isn't that good either.
Right.
Who they got somebody this offseason. Who did they get this offseason? They got somebody.
Quarterback wise?
I thought so, didn't they?
Nah, I don't.
Didn't they draft
Gardner
somebody?
Minshew?
I think so.
It might be Gardner Minshew. I think it actually is Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I think it is Gardner Minshew.
The stash. They were hoping for a little more electric. Yeah, it is Minshew. Cool.
I think Minshew will do a better job than O'Connell.
Minshew's tough, in my opinion.
I think he'll. I don't think he'll be better than Carr though.
No. Carr at his peak wasn't a bad quarterback. He was an average. He was slightly above average.
Wasn't bad.
Right.
Wasn't great, but he wasn't at his peak. He was good.
Right.
You know, he's decent on the Saints too. Like he was. Like we'll see. I mean, Davante is gonna get frustrated again this year.
Definitely.
I definitely see that again. I could see him forcing his way out. Will the Jets do what it takes? Are they going to give up multiple firsts? Because I feel like that's what the Raiders are going to ask.
I think they want to see, can Aaron Rodgers still play?
I think that's what they want to see first.
It's
can he sling rock? And I think he can.
I think so too.
I think he can. I like Garrett Wilson. I like the Jets offense a lot in fantasy.
Love it. Bryce.
In fantasy, bro. I like Breece Hall.
Is fantastic.
I like Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson this year. I liked them last year too, but it blew up in my fucking face. Play one. I drafted Garrett Wilson round 2 in one of my fantasy leagues. Round fucking 2 drafted him. And I think I'm gonna run it back this year.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna run it back.
He's a stud.
Breece Hall. I have pick 4 in one of my leagues this year.
Okay.
I think I want to go Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that because that's stupid. That's stupid. You can't do that. I'm going to go Bijan, Garrett Wilson.
Bijan should have a great.
I'm going to go Bijan, Garrett Wilson.
New coordinator for Bijan. They should.
I think that's the move. I think that's going to be the move at the 4 in the turnaround. Unless I can get a better wide receiver than Garrett Wilson, maybe Amon-Ra will still be there. Maybe
Amon-Ra's going to go crazy. This
you
year.
know, I'm kind of scared of the Texans wide receivers.
Yeah, definitely. There's too many.
It's just so much going on over there. Like, I feel like if you get one of them, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs,
You got to get another as
or
your
Tank
backup.
Dell, they're going to give you one great game every 3 weeks.
Right.
There's
They're
going to
just
be one
keep
game where he
rotating.
puts up 30 plus fantasy
Buckets.
points, and then there's going to be 2 games where they don't even get more than 5 points.
Amon-Ra might be wide receiver 1 this year. Yeah, him, Tyreek.
Maybe. I still think
Justin
Tyreek.
Jefferson.
I think Tyreek is still gonna get that number 1. Jamar Chase is gonna be right there too. Justin Jefferson, I think, takes a step back in fantasy this year.
Definitely.
JJ McCarthy fucking I just don't believe in the kid.
Right.
I haven't seen him play outside of Michigan,
But
but
we haven't seen anything from them. You notice that? There's no McCarthy hype.
well, actually, McCarthy, I don't even think he's gonna start week 1. I think Sam Darnold's starting week 1.
Right.
And I
But
don't
we
believe in
haven't
Sam
seen-
Darnold.
We've
I've seen enough of him
We've seen nothing from McCarthy as far as OTAs so far.
because he's not good.
Yeah, they might.
He's not good. He was a system quarterback at Michigan. You know who he reminds me of? Brock Purdy. But way worse. If Brock Purdy would have went to a shit team, I don't think we would ever know who Brock Purdy was.
Right.
Brock Purdy would have played those 1 or 2 games, and that would have been it. I can't lie.
Mm.
If he was on the Giants, we would have never known. We wouldn't have known shit.
You
It
want
would
to
have
talk?
been a Tommy DeVito story.
I'm really excited.
It'd have
to
been a
talk about
Tommy
the
DeVito
Giants, I'm
story.
not gonna lie.
Huh?
I'm really excited to talk about the Giants and the Hard Knocks. I'm not.
Okay,
gonna
let's
lie.
talk about it. Fuck it. Let's move on.
Man, you watched both episodes so far, right?
No,
Well,
but I've seen the clips. I've seen the important parts.
the interesting
Twitter.
thing is that
But I will watch.
Saquon, it came down to Joe Shane and Saquon.
I've seen the
saying,
conversations.
You
yes.
know, yeah.
Mhm.
Basically, if it's this $1 million discrepancy, we would like you, to come talk with us and figure out how we can get you that money. But we want your word that you would do that.
He didn't give. He
And
gave.
he gave them.
He gave him the word and still
did it.
slimed him out.
And then he
still
went to
slimed
the
him out.
Eagles for
Yeah.
$1 million more than the Giants offered him. The Giants offered him $25 million. He took 26. Ow.
I think he just really just did not.
He didn't want to, bro. he
'cause
didn't-
first and
the Eagles
foremost,
are
Matt.
a contender. Like, we got to be honest.
Right.
The Eagles,
I'm not mad
if
at
he
him.
goes there, he's winning ball games. Like, he's a competitor. I don't blame him for it, but the way he,
The way he went
moved
about it was
about it
very
was
corny.
bad,
He
yeah.
should have just said straight up, "I'm out, and I'm probably gonna go to the Eagles because it's my hometown." Like, sorry, like, I
Right.
don't give a fuck. Like,
it
fuck
puts
y'all.
me in a better position to win. I'm from there.
This is where I'm from. Yada yada. Now, I just think Saquon just did not want to be a Giant either because we offered him 12 a year last year.
Right.
Last offseason, and he declined it. He fucking declined it. And then he gave us his word this offseason and slimed us out, backdoored us pretty much. And I think he did it that way because it is the Eagles.
Definitely.
I feel like if it was any other team, he would have been real with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I really wanted to see Saquon go to the Texans. I feel like that would have been the move.
Right.
If he really wanted to compete, but I feel like the home factor is what really brought it all in for Saquon being from Pennsylvania and
listen,
going to
bro.
Penn State and
After seeing it firsthand, like, those are his best friends, man. Like, that's like, it's different. You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
You've seen it in person,
right. It's crazy.
You were at the Devontae Smith softball game a couple weeks ago, and he's all fucking buddy with
Bro,
Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and them,
It's
and
the-
having
it's
the
the
best
guys.
time. He's having the best of times.
It's not like this is a new friendship that all of a sudden, I'm on their team now. Let's be boys. Like, this is rooted. This was, I hate to say it, but I think he knew he wanted to go here since last year.
And I'm gonna tell you who else is buddy that is gonna link up. CJ Stroud and Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is going to the Texans right when that contract is up. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Think so?
Oh, I know so.
Mm.
I know so. Let's be fucking real here.
That would be nice. That would be
That'd be
sick for
amazing.
them.
Yeah, I know. That's a
I'm
perfect fit.
a Micah Parsons guy. I know a lot
I
of
think
people
he's,
shit on him.
I think
but
he's fucking amazing.
I called him for Defensive Player of the Year, I think, like last year, and Ed was like, he pulled an Ed, but he disagreed to the minimus. But yeah, other than that, like, when it comes to the Giants Hard Knocks situation, I love everything outside of the whole Saquon coverage. You see, John Mara did want Saquon back, and he said basically by any means, like, I would really like to have Saquon here next year. and it just didn't end up that way. It looks like that. I can't be mad at Shane. I can't be mad at Mara or Dayball. Like, they did what they could to try and retain him.
I think the Giants are doing the best they could have did this offseason.
There wasn't much to work with.
They didn't have much to work with, and they still did some really good things.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know this is like the off-season delusional period of every NFL fan, including myself. I made some mistakes last year. I posted some things that I shouldn't have posted. Claimed some things that should have happened that did not happen. But this year, I'm not going to do that because I didn't do that the year the Giants went 10-7 and won a playoff game. So I'm going to stay shut and I'm going to let it play out because I think the Giants are a better team than what they were both of those years, last year and the year before. We have an O-line. We have maybe the best, I think the best D-line in the NFL.
I just can't.
I think the best line. I think so. I think
we win 5 games.
I think we can win 7 or 8, man.
I think we win 5.
I think we.
But there's some close one possession games.
There's a bad schedule, man. It's a bad schedule. We have a new O line. We have a fire ass D line. We have a great defense. Period.
Yeah.
We have a great defense. It's up to Daniel Jones, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally up to Daniel Jones. Yes, we lost Saquon. But like I said, I don't value the running back position anymore in the NFL. I just don't.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And
Malik Neighbors is Malik Neighbors.
He's going to be great.
We just got a franchise wide receiver. One of the best if it wasn't for Marvin Harrison Jr. being in the same draft, Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver prospect to come out since when?
I don't know.
Since when?
is pretty good too.
Adunze ain't no Malik Neighbors, bro. And I know Joe Shane was super in on Adunze, but Adunze don't got that yak in him. He don't got that dog in him. He don't got that killer in him. He don't got that explosiveness in him. He's a good route runner and guy has good hands. Cool. All right. Malik Neighbors has that plus way more. And honestly, if it was anybody else throwing Malik Neighbors the ball, I would be calling for Rookie of the Year for Malik Neighbors. Or if he was on a different team with a different quarterback. Say if the Chargers drafted Malik Neighbors like they were supposed to.
Right.
I would be saying right now, Malik Neighbors, Rookie of the Year. I would be saying it right now.
I can agree with that.
I would be saying that right now. So, yes, it's Daniel Jones this year. And if Daniel Jones fucks it up, we're going to get somebody that's going to throw that ball to fucking Malik Neighbors next year. You can trust fucking believe that. We have somebody special in Malik Neighbors.
It is.
I very much believe Malik Neighbors is him.
It's terrifying. I agree. I mean, and I don't think Dayball can run a sub 740. I don't think so. I don't think like 80. I think 80% of the MoSports group can't run a sub 740.
Sub 740 is not hard though, bro.
Right, but you got to think about how many of these guys. When was the last time?
You have to be a real fat ass.
But like, also think about it. When's the last time a lot of these guys ran full speed?
High school.
Right. All of a sudden, you go to kick it into that second gear. Wraps. There goes the hammy. A calf is getting strained. A lot of these old heads ain't ready for it. I'm telling you. When we bring out
7 though is
when
crazy.
We bring out the MoSports Combine.
The MoSports Combine is going down. It's gonna happen. I don't know when, but when we're up a little bit of bread,
I mean,
we are making that shit
I would
happen.
hope that you can. I mean, I would hope that all the guys
we're gonna pay guys' way to make sure they're there.
Definitely.
It's going to go down. And we're gonna have fans as well.
Oh,
do the combine.
Need it.
Anybody that wants to meet us at that particular field that day can do a combine with us, can run with us. And then you'll be able to get, like, if you go through the whole combine, we'll give you like some free gear or like.
Right. We're going to work out some details.
Well, it's going to be fun. And we'll do coverage of it. Everything will be on film and everybody will be mic'd up.
Definitely.
Everybody will be mic'd up. And cameras will be rolling. And I think we'll even have preliminary combines.
Oh, we can make it real.
We'll have a preliminary combine, right? And then the top 2, like say for the 40-yard dash, you have a prelim. And then like the top 3 or 5 fastest 40s go against each other head to head, side by side for the championship. That'd be fun. Even benching, we can have a prelim.
Yeah, you can. You can really get spicy
vertical,
with it.
all that stuff. We can have, broad jump, cone drill. It don't matter. Don't fucking matter. We here. But
the last thing on the list.
Oh my God! The Mets are back.
The Grimace Mets.
Grimace Mets. Oh my God!
Hysterical. That was like, it's been a month actually since today that Grimace threw out that first pitch. What an electrical way to light up the city.
Oh my God! I can't believe that's what we needed. It was a good old Grimace pitch. And a theme song. And we've been yearning for a theme song since Edwin Diaz walkout song.
Right.
And we finally found another Latino-based song for us to get electrified about. Did you see the Mets light show that they're doing now?
Yeah, that thing is hard.
That shit is fucking sick. I don't give a fuck what you guys say about the Mets, yo. Citi Field, when the Mets are good, I don't know any atmosphere that's better in baseball.
Well, because it's like,
I don't know any atmosphere that's better.
You get that like Knicks factor of like,
yeah,
we've been bad for a while, and now that we're good, we're gonna make you hear it.
Yes. I feel like Mets fans and Knicks fans are very similar.
Definitely.
Very similar. Yankees fans and Giants fans are similar, which is not a good thing at all, because I do not like the way fans, I don't like Yankees fans.
Right.
But I also don't, as a Giants fan, I do not like Giants fans.
A lot of Giants fans.
Giants fans are fucking, they suck, dude. They're like, they're pussies, bro.
Yeah,
they're Karens, bro.
Yeah.
They are, bro.
They're suits.
They're suits. They're suits. One, like the Jets fans, I like the Jets fans more.
Jets are real dudes.
Jets fans
are like the blue collar
real
workers of New York, New Jersey's.
Yeah, I feel like I should have been a Jets fan. Like that's more my speed when it comes to fandomism. I'm the only one of the loudest Giants fans you'll meet. And I'm loud, but like I'm not that fucking loud. Like I'm loud, but like don't get me wrong, like but to consider me one of the loudest is crazy.
It is.
To be one of the most aggressive is crazy. Especially when it's New York. This is a New York team.
Right.
Come on, man. We need more swag. We need more culture inside of MetLife. MetLife is dog shit.
Yeah.
When the Giants are playing, bro. It's not fun.
And the stadium stinks. So like that.
The stadium sucks.
The placement of it sucks. It's just all bad.
Just not good. Not good. I'm not pleased to say I'm a Giants fan.
Right.
I can't lie.
Right.
Now I love the actual team. Yes. Honestly, I have no clue.
The organization as a whole.
Other than me being loyal, I don't know why the fuck I'm a Giants fan, man.
Right.
When you really come to think about it, bro. Why the fuck am I a Giants fan?
Well, I'm a Giants fan because when I was 8 and 11, Eli Manning was able to sling rock.
Yeah.
And that did it for me.
Yeah, that did it for me too.
And then when I was in high school, there was a cool guy with curly hair that was hitting the whip Nene, and that kept me captivated until Saquon Barkley got drafted. And
so there's been one guy, and I think that new guy is going to be Malik Neighbors. I'm telling you, that's the new guy that's going to have us fucking...
That has fans back.
That's going to get us all fucking riled up again. Victor Cruz was a good bridge guy between...
Odell and...
Between Odell...
and Eli.
No, between Odell and us... Eli and Odell.
Eli to Cruz.
Cruz, then Odell.
So, yeah, because even when Eli was washed up, Cruz was still in his prime. So we were still salsa and all that shit.
There's always one guy that we can hang our hat on, and I think Malik Neighbors is going to be that guy. And also, I think Kayvon's going to be that guy this year. He had 11 and a half sacks. Yeah, now he has Brian Burns on the other side to take out the double teams. I'll tell you, that D-line might be the best D-line in the NFL. In the NFL. Name me a better one. I can't. But I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, that was a good ass happy.
That was a great happy. Thanks for joining in, anybody who joined in. See you next week. Yes, sir. MoSports.